Hey mystical beings. So lately my mental health has been a bit of a struggle, especially my anxiety has been up pretty high. So tonight I'm actually going to do an anxiety reducing ritual, and I'm going to show you how I set up for that so you can try it yourself. Before I do, I just want to remind you that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. As you can see, I'm wearing my shirt that says "You Matter." On the back it says, "Even in the darkest times, remember tomorrow needs you." So if you are somebody who struggles with their mental health, I want you to know that I know exactly how that feels and you are not alone. And there's always a reason to stay here. So please stay. If you ever need somebody to reach out to, I would totally be a person you can reach out to if you're struggling with your mental health, because I know what it feels like to not have somebody. I'm lucky that I do have people now, but I know what it's like to also feel alone. So let me show you how I set up for this ritual. So the first thing I did was light up my sage. It's smoking now, so I'll just go around my altar clockwise a few times. This is to cleanse my altar from the last ritual I did. And also sage is great for ridding of negative energy. Remember, when you're burning anything, keep water nearby and burn safely. We don't need anyone starting a fire. So I will let that sit and burn a little bit to cleanse my altar. Then I've got my box full of witch stuff. It's where I keep all of my witchy supplies. Got all kinds of things going on in here, so I'll grab some supplies. Here I have a dark blue candle, a white candle, and this is a lavender incense. I sprinkled a little bit of sea salt into this bowl, and I'm also going to put some water into the bowl. That will be because I like to represent all the elements on my altar when I do rituals. So that'll be my water. The sea salt helps to bless and cleanse the water. I have flowers over here. For me, this is how I represent earth. Flowers do come from earth. There's lots of different ways you can represent the elements. Incense I use to actually represent air as well. Even when the spells don't call for them, I always use an incense. This ritual also calls for using a clear quartz crystal. So I have some here. If you don't have one, that is okay. Use your favorite crystal that you do have. Use whatever resonates with you if crystals are something that you work with during your spells. If I didn't have clear quartz, then I would use these. In fact, I'll probably use these anyway. I use all my crystals during all my spells, but for the ones that I hold, I always hold these ones because these are my two favorite, my Amethyst Trinity Knot and my Opalite Crescent Moon. This spell also calls for lavender essential oil to drip on the candles. Now, I don't have lavender essential oil, so like I've told you before, if you don't have something, you can leave it out or you can substitute it and make it your own. It's always going to be my favorite part of witchcraft is that you can make it your own. One thing I do happen to have is lavender flower. Now, obviously trying to drip a little bit of dried lavender flower on the candles is not really going to be effective, but lavender is known to be a very calming scent. So one thing I will do is I will take a little bit of the lavender and I will rub it in my hands because it really brings the smell out. So while I'm doing the visualizing, it'll be easy to smell it, and that's very calming. I'm also going to use my mini cauldron during this ritual, and I sprinkled a little bit of the lavender in the bottom of it, so when I do the burning part, I'll burn up some of the lavender as well. I recently learned that it's actually considered impolite if you work with deities. It's considered impolite to put used matches into your cauldron, so I've stopped doing that. Just a little tip. This ritual does not call for writing down any intentions and burning them, but I do that with all of my rituals. It's just something I really like to do. So what I've found recently, since I ran out of parchment paper, is that note cards actually burn very well. I don't have to continuously relight them to get them to light and burn the entire way. They catch pretty good and they kind of just burn up pretty quickly. So I've been using note cards lately. You can use whatever you want to write on that's going to burn. Again, keep water with you. Please burn safely. Don't cause any fires. So on here, I'll just write either the things that have been giving me anxiety lately, or you can write something like I'm releasing these anxious feelings, or I'm manifesting calm feelings, things like that. I'll fold it up after I write it. I'll stick it in the cauldron with my dried lavender flower. Again, if you don't have essential oil or you don't have dried lavender flower, that is okay. You can leave that part out. Your intention is the most important part behind any ritual that you do. At the end of my ritual, I will burn this, and I usually close it out with a "so mote it be," and thanking the deities and the spirits in the universe. So after you get all set up, you're going to want to light your incense, light your candles. I have all the steps written in my Book of Shadows here, but you're basically going to just visualize a calm and protective energy around you. Also, you can say something along the lines of "I am safe, I am calm, calm is my natural state." Doesn't have to be those exact words. Again, you can say what comes to your mind, what resonates with you. But that is mostly the biggest part of the ritual. Is you're going to sit and you're going to visualize a calming state around you. When you're done, you can burn your paper if you're choosing to do that part of it. And then you can let your candles and your incense burn. Do a little meditating. That always helps to help close out a ritual. Thank the deities, the spirits, the universe, whatever it is that you usually work with and believe in. I hope this ritual works for you. Let me know in the comments how it goes. Can't wait to show you more rituals. Remember, again, like I said, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. You are not alone. And as always, stay magical.